One of the questions that we get just about with every anthology from at least two or three people is, what do I write about? Where do I start? Quite often, people will come to us who are going to be in an anthology and they'll say, but I've never written anything in my whole life. What am I supposed to do? Of course, we will assign you a writing coach, so you don't have to worry about that. But if you're looking for some place to start, I always tell people start on social media. If you're not sure what to write about, just start on social media. We have one author who is a fantastic storyteller, and you might surprise yourself. Just start typing, start telling a short little story about something that happened to you that you loved, maybe a lesson you learned, something you saw that you hadn't seen in a long time that made you feel a certain way. People love to hear about personal growth and how you felt and what you're thinking. Just tell a little bit on social media and you'll start to get the feel of it. Just once or twice a week, write a short little story about you or your business or something you saw, something you loved. And the next thing you know, you could take one of those social media posts and turn it into a blog. The only difference between a social media post and a blog is how you get it out to the people that are following you. And perhaps you're going to write a little bit more in your blog and just expand on your story a little bit. Now, once you get comfortable with your blog, those you want to send out maybe once a month. Depending on who you're talking with and what your content is about, people may tell you more or less. I would start with once a month till you get a good feel of it and you're comfortable with it. Then from there, you can go to an e-news. Now, an e-news, all it really is a vehicle to promote your blog. A lot of e-news, a lot of people that send out their e-news will just add a little bit of their blog to that e-news. It's a way to help collect email addresses and tell them about your book and what you're going to be writing about and to be watching for that launch day. And e-news is a great way to utilize all those email addresses that you have and get permission to send them information about your book. What I've seen next happen when you're trying to create content assets, as I call them, is people will take that e-news or that blog, that content, and put two or three of them together. And pretty soon, the next thing you know is you have a free download. You can add it to your website. Some people call it a free ebook, and technically it is, although it's not posted yet to Amazon or Ingram. But you could use that as a free download where people will give you their email address on your website, and then they get a chance to download that ebook. Maybe it's your top 10 reasons for doing what you do, or the top 5 reasons that are promoting your particular line of business. What we've seen happen next in terms of writing and creating content assets is to develop your full book. And when I say a full book, I don't mean it has to be the size of a novel. We're talking about 10 to 20,000 words, which is going to give you a 50 to 100 page book. It's a good place to start. You don't have to tell them everything you know, but you just tell them a little bit about what you do, who you help, and how you help make a difference in the world. That's what people want to hear now. People are looking for hope and a sense of community. And if you can offer that in your writing, you're on your way to a great start. Are you ready to write that book you've been thinking about? I'm Kathy Davis, Davis Creative Publishing. We're ghost publishers of solo books and anthologies. We do all the work and you get all the accolades.